I'm Jamie McDermid. I'm the owner of New Hellfire Club Glasgow, which is also known as NC Music Limited. It's generally a free promotion and sponsorship aid for new bands, but we also sell bands merchandise, music, gig tickets, and the bands get 100% of the money back. So it is just a kind of aid, kind of anti-pay to play, anti-bad promoter kind of tool to help bands. So self-funding basically is a bit. I think bands have got enough problems, cash problems certainly. I've been in a band before, so I know that. So the store was meant to be opening to next year. Basically we found this lane, we found a really cheap premises, so we kind of jumped forward a year and we thought we'll just get it just now because within 3 months or 4 months it'll only be available at that price. So we kind of rushed into it. We'd wanted it planned so we'd have all the bands already signed up before we opened up, and then we'd be ready with 100, 200 bands, which we're kind of hitting just now, but it took us a wee stretch to get the 100 bands once we were open. I think we opened with some CDs and some vinyl, and that's it when we opened up. So the first couple of months were a bit of a struggle. The idea was still in production when we actually opened up the shop itself. This hadn't been planned until the end of this year. Well, basically bands register for 3 months, and it's £9 for 3 months to register, or £20 if you're a record label, but that covers all the bands in your label. And there's lots of perks for the £9. We're non-profit, so the money we make goes right back into the local music scene and bands and making the place bigger. But for your £9 sign-up fee, you get 100% of everything back. So we don't add any money to vinyls, we don't add any money to your CDs like other music shops do. We don't take a cut or a percentage off it, you get everything. That goes for tickets as well that we sell for bands. And on top of that, you also get like sort of promotion online. You get interviews, you get reviews, you get a chance for signings in store, play gigs in store, backlinks for bands to use for free. We've got a quarterly compilation. There really is a lot of stuff to get for your £9. And like I said, the £9 basically just goes back into helping the bands anyway. So. And that covers you for a full 3 months basically. We've got 120 bands actually signed up to us now. We're hoping for a target of 200 bands. That's the next target. The first target was 100 and we smashed that within 4 weeks. We've got 12 record labels as well signed up now. Our target for that's 50, but there's a lot of record labels, so we're trying to get record labels for across the globe basically. We've had a lot of gigs. We've gigs every Saturday and Sunday in here. For the last maybe 4 or 5 weeks we've packed out. I mean, it's been mobbed. And we're trying to keep that kind of going.
We're a rock and roll band based in Dumbarton, just outside of Glasgow, and we're signed up with the New Hellfire Club. Well, we're co-managed by Maney, who's one of the people involved in it, so he turned us on to it. We've got a lot of friends that are into it as well, so just seems like a good deal. We've been together since 2011, so it's taken us until signing up with these guys to find our feet really, and it's helped tremendously that way. Without the promotion and stuff, you're doing it all off your own back, as well as trying to write music and get out there and book your own gigs and stuff like that, and then falling under the whole pay to play thing because there's nowhere else to play. So these guys are finding places for you and you're making a profit from it. So you're not spending money to get there and gig on a Tuesday night in front of nobody. It helps a lot to have that backing. That way you can concentrate on doing what you're supposed to do while they're doing their part as well.
I mean, this is ourselves. We never get any loans. We never get any grants at all. The only dependent we've got basically is a lease in here, which, because it's pretty cheap rent, isn't a lot. And we've not made a loss yet. And for a business to start off right at the start and be consistently getting better and better as it goes on, and we've only been open 5 months now and we're knocking off things in the target board, and we've got the full backline round about you that we thought would take 3 to 6 months, and we got it within 4 weeks. So I would say so far it's been a success. We also want to run a live show for here and run it right online for the show actually being broadcast, and we need to find out how we can do that with a terrible signal. So they're the next kind of big challenges basically. We want to kind of base it in Scotland now. It would just get too kind of expansive. We want to try and keep it and grow it here first. We definitely want the venue within a year. So the venue is definitely the main target. We don't want to rush it because this is the important thing first. So if we rush the venue and something goes amiss with the venue, it'll be this that pays for the venue. So we don't want something happen to the venue and drag this down as well. So we want it to be kind of ingrained, certainly in Glasgow's local music scene, that bands when starting out or when coming right out of college or something come to us for help right away. Glasgow is awash with bad promoters and bad bookers, and venues are quite happy to work with the bad bookers and bad promoters. And we find ourselves up against venues and that a lot of times as well. There's venues that we've contacted for gigs who have ignored our emails because we're anti-pay-to-play, because they work with pay-to-play people. And I don't blame the venues as such, because venues in Glasgow are just businesses. So they're going to go where the money is, and if they're getting money off one promoter, they'll stick with it. But we need more music-centric venues, which is what ours will be. Ours will be obviously anti-pay-to-play. It'll be free entry all the time. The bands will get a cut of the actual bar takings, so that's how the bands get paid. They'll get a cut of the profits, the same as the people that work in it. I guess it's more a kind of community type thing. And once we get the first one open, we hope to expand that as well. But as far as what we actually aim to achieve is just a level playing field, just make everything fairer basically. Bands do the bigger percentage of the work and get the least amount of money off stuff. They seem to be the only ones that only actually make money out of their own music, which is pretty poor and pretty crazy when you think about it. And we aim to just keep them self-sufficient, self-funded, so that is our main objectives. I'm really happy with it, the way it is going forward. We've not had any major stumbling blocks yet. We've had people oppose us, but that will be the people that we officially stand against. It will be the bad promoters, the pay-to-play people and that. But we're quite happy with that, because when we start getting hate for the type of people, it means we're doing our job. It means stuff that we're doing is actually working within the scene. Really happy with the way it's going.